boy. Okay. What's going on, everyone? Let's get this conversation started, shall we? For those of you on TikTok, let me go ahead and remove this. So we're just one screen here again. Oh, my goodness. All right. Well, what's going on, guys? Ruby, Newt, Gurds, Danny, Plastic Bag, and Taffy. Welcome, everyone, to... I wasn't actually going to stream tonight. I actually wasn't going to stream tonight here. I was actually going to finally spend a day home, but certain news happened today where I'm just like, nope, any day I can stream and be able to talk, I really need to before the baby is born, because, you know, we'll talk about it later, but essentially why, I'm drowsy, what's going on? I'll put it this way, our push to build a cafe is now more important than ever. Above all, anything else, I'm going to prioritize that side because, oh God, everything's about to get a hell of a lot more expensive. Pretty much like the regular, like, people are still going to buy things, but it's going to be much less than it was before. Oh, it's about to be a ripple effect. I hope it doesn't. I hope what I've researched and what I've, my knowledge base and everything, I hope nothing happens. That's like the best thing that any of us could really ask for. Just nothing happens. But fortunately, I don't think that's going to be the reality of everything. There's a storm. Yeah, there's I don't know what's been going on with these storms. They've just been coming and going. But I kind of want to go over with you guys essentially everything that we're doing to counter everything that's happening right now. It's pretty much like what we've been doing. People have been asking hey, why should we invest in this downward economy, blah, blah, blah. It's what are you doing that's going to be set different? Oh, geez, sorry, I'm just trying to, there we go. They're why should we? And if anything too, I knew some sort of some sort of downward trajectory or even recession was going to come happen. So it's the areas that we wanted to prioritize. I'm now 100% on. It's nope, that's the direction we got to go. Even your the thing is, if you guys think it's not going to be. The prices are going to go up after this wave of stuff. We need to go out and get stuff now. No, people are everything from cars to retail goods, and even us. We need to go ahead and increase our prices, anywhere between 10 to 30% based off everything where we're getting it from, because that's what our distributors are going to start charging us. So in order for me to restock that same item, I got to be able to make the margin now so I can pay for the restock of said item. So for example, like $100 Gundam, that would cost us $70 to get normally. Now it's going to cost us anywhere between $80 to $90 to get. And so in order for me to restock that while being able to pay our bills, I need to sell that $100 Gundam for now $125 to make sure that we still get it. So it's just like, man, it's just like, God. My state just made a statue of a walleye in a rhinestone vest. What's Pennsylvania's best statue? Ooh, wow, I don't know. Actually, a great question, actually. I mean, a bow tie shop, let's be honest. If you bought any perfect grades, $100, $200, $300 is not out of the question. I'll put it this way, the perfect grades and up are going to be the ones where you feel it the most. You're talking like $50 increases for your favorite perfect grades and stuff. I didn't think he was going to hit Japan, but he hit Japan. I'm shocked. Am I really surprised? No, but damn. You'll build it in my backyard. Timid, that's depending on where the manga's printed. Some are actually printed in the U.S. Most are still imported, but it's there. Peace, Les. What's going on? Eventually, you guys will be able to see it. So, Jane Doe, thank you very much for the roses. Yeah, essentially, if you guys didn't, for those that saw the news or didn't see the news, it was just announced that there was going to be sweeping tariffs across the board. So just a reminder, we pay for that. So the revenue that's going to be generated from those tariffs are going to come from us. That's you, me, everyone in the country. It's going to disproportionately affect middle to low income families because they're paying more of it's more of their proportionate income that's going to affect anyone in the upper percentages. So what that means is across the board, just like people need, like if you're another shop, by the way, if you're a boba shop, if you are another card shop or anime store, whether you're a rival of mine or you hate me or whatever, you need to be prepared for the fact that people are going to have less discretionary income. Just flat out, like they're going to. Like if they're paying an extra $20, $30 for their grocery, another $50, $100 for their food, that's less money that they're spending on you, especially if you're a luxury food item or a luxury entertainment, luxury retail. If it's not a necessity, there is now going to be less available, less money. The money pool is going to shrink on what can be spent on you. Yes, you're still going to get your whales, the people who money is no object to them. You're going to be fine with those people, but it's your everyday customers that are going to be really affected. No, boba tea. If it goes up to if you see a $35 boba, run. No, that's pushing it. The way I see it is you're looking at like a manga that's like, yeah, if you're looking at $750, you're probably going to be looking at anywhere between $10 to $12 for that manga. It's not going to be that drastic. But the thing is, it's going to be impactful enough that you're going to feel it. Like, it's not like we're all getting 20, 30% raises tomorrow. Like every business worker and so forth, like we're all just not going to get a cash stimulant of 30, 40% raises so we can, pay for all this. Yeah, no, Time Mine, it's because they're preemptively putting on those fees. You have to think about it. It's cheaper in Japan. They're already tacking on. It's 100, like, if you were just to say 100 yen, $1, that's supposedly the 1-to-1 ratio, but obviously there's world currency exchanges and stuff. But just based off of that, it's $100 cheaper in Japan. But they're preemptively adding the tariff costs onto it. They're just getting you prepared. Instead of telling you a lower number, yeah, literally, instead of telling you a lower, like, oh, it's going to be $350 or $375, they're just preemptively putting into, oh, wait, this is going to happen anyway, so let's just tell them the new price. So when it releases, you're not shocked. You're like, wait, you said 350, not 450. You said you said $60, but now the game is $80. Why? They're just getting ahead of it. This is what's happening. Like, you guys think it's all Nintendo. No, they need to preemptively get ready for this, because their stuff is going to hit the US shores and then be subject to this fee. So Nintendo of America is going to have to pay for all this. So they're preemptively getting ready for it. It just sucks. What's up, Homelander? Well, Switch, new. It's going to be, it'll be up to 1,000 because of the scalpers. But like, even to the scalpers out there, don't, like, the people who would try to actually buy this are now going to have less money to do it. Like, some of you may get lucky hitting the whales, but oh God, it's not a good thing. It's not a good thing. Phoenixville, Pennsylvania. You can just Google us. God, yeah, no, it doesn't. It never ends well. Like, I would have felt differently. Like, I'll put it this way: like, if he had offered, like, I don't want to get too much into it. Sorry, I don't want. It's a divisive topic. But the reality of the situation is this: like, we don't have the infrastructure in place in this country right now. I would have felt a different way had they come out and said, we're going to give tax breaks to the companies who are going to build up the infrastructure to bring the manufacturing back here. You know what? Fine. You're doing something about bringing the manufacturing capabilities here back home. Okay. This is just, you're just punishing everyone. It's still not going to be cheaper to produce here. And to anyone that comes in and comments, oh, just buy from America. Unfortunately, almost none of this stuff is made here. So it's not as easy as just buy American. Like, it's just not. So we'll ultimately see what ends up with everything. But, like, everyone just needs to be ready. No, that's the thing. Like, timeline, like, you're going to put more scrutiny behind your purchases. Like, for example, like, if you're a dedicated boba shop, be ready, because all of a sudden that $7, $8 boba tea that's now going to go up to probably $9, $10 is now going to be, not that it's going to be unaffordable, but it's not going to be a smart choice with their budget. Same with coffee. I wouldn't be surprised if you see Keurig, those things are going to go up 34% because they're manufactured in China. like it's going to reduce. Like that's exactly what's going to be. Like, you're going to see a reduction in those purchases. So all the Pokemon scalpers right now, be ready. Because, like, for a person that was willing to buy, like, a pack a week, now might be down to a pack a month. Yeah. Nah, it's just bad. It's bad. Like, I don't know how to respond. Like, I like, for me, like, I need to preemptively raise my prices 25 to 30%. Like, are you kidding me? You know what that's going to do? And I still won't be able to compete with the online sellers. It's bad. But obviously, like, the biggest thing for me is just, like, that's why, like, you know, if we pull it back, not that I saw this exact scenario happening, but the effects of this kind of things, I was actually thinking it was going to happen by the end of the year, but it's now here. So he just ripped off the Band-Aid. So we're here now, ladies and gents. But no matter what, the changes I've been wanting to move towards, especially on the food and beverage side, is going to be now more important than ever because especially with that lower discretionary income, what's the value proposition that not just my business, but your business is providing? So if I used to have $100 to spend a week, now I only have $20 to spend a week. So where, you know, for my escape or for my like one day out, where am I going to go and that I can do it for $20? And so you definitely got to think of a strategy and make sure like you're the best, you're the best value proposition for that. And you just got to go from there. No. It might lead to overstock, to be honest. Not a shortage of product because it's a matter of like people won't be buying as much. But the thing is, if you look at a production cycle, if you look at a production cycle of any manufacturing, unfortunately, everything that's going to be coming into the country within this next 6 to 9 months has already been ordered. It's coming. It's in the pipeline. It's going to be sent. It's already like they already have, like Costco, for example, has already their holiday stuff in production, like the Christmas stuff. And it'll be here in time for the holidays. Like it's already all out there. What's going to happen is now, potentially, I don't know exactly what's going to happen, but when people have less money to spend because they're spending more on their necessities, to travel, food, living costs and so forth, clothing, they clothe themselves, like everything's going to go up. They're going to have less to spend on that decoration, that toy, that present, that extra thing that they would have bought, on another different day. Like it's going to be across the board, and it's literally going to be test every business out there, because now, like, again, what is your value proposition going to be? So we'll see what happens. Yep, time mine. Keyword there is were. What do you think is the solution for all the tariffs for each country? What's the best way for each country? It's not about them. They're charging us. It's not those countries. The country is charging us to buy from them. Essentially what it is. It's a sales tax. Like, think of it as an extra sales tax on everything you're buying right now. This is not a like just simply look it up. A simple Google search will tell you what these things are, and it's literally, we're paying for it. Not me as a business, like the businesses, the end consumers are the ones that are going to be paying for it. So wait a second. I think you're misunderstanding. This is not about like, I'm not going like country to country here. Like, again, even the tariffs that they place on U.S. goods, their consumers pay for that. So essentially, like, the country punishes the people for buying from another country. We are a importing country, so there's a lot of stuff that comes from abroad. That's just flat out. Like, it's not like, I need you to redirect that question is, why are we being punished for that? It's not like we all got mad, like we're on an economic high. We're all making 20-30% more in revenue. We're all making 20-30% more in pay, wages, and so forth across the board. That's not everyone. And now all of a sudden, everybody has to like bear the burden of that. Like, don't redirect the question there. Like, why is it that we need to pay for that? That's like, that's kind of the situation right now. So like, the thing is, like, there's nothing we can do. Like, we like, at the end of the day, like from the consumer's point of view, you need to now budget properly. You know, you have to look at what the new food costs are. Like even now, like it's already high. It's only going to get higher. The daily goods that you would have been buying, we're going to be now. Like what's it called here? The figurine statue market. We're already hit. Like we were already dealing with the because the thing is they are preemptively charging the tariff. Like so, like the 25%, 39% on all the goods coming in from China, Japan, and so forth. They're all like the distributors are already charging that to us because in order for them to restock, because they have margins they got to pay for as well too. They need to prepare to buy that at a higher price. That's the same thing with us too. So almost all stores, once this goes into effect, almost every business and every store is going to have to raise their prices because they cannot wait for it to go in effect on the back end because they're going to have already spent the money. Like people are working off of thin margins as it already is in most businesses right now. That's across the board. And for them to be able to pay their bills and pay their employees and all that kind of stuff, and the thing is, knowing that this is down the pipeline, everyone needs to preemptively prepare for that. Now, the thing is, though, it goes both ways because now if you increase your prices and people are already getting scared to spend, sales will naturally go down. So like people are going to go back and forth on this. Maybe you shouldn't raise your prices so that people will choose to continue shopping at you. But at the same time, you're going to be making significantly less if you do that. There's not one right answer to this because like, honestly speaking, nobody was prepared for this exact scenario, 3-4 months ago. You know, we thought it was just a bunch of saber rattling, but this is now actually happening. So, gosh. You're planning on pre-ordering, but I would wait. Keldra. I gotta change the speaker. Thank you, Keldra. Some are printed in the U.S. and then obviously they print them into Japan as well too. So they have U.S. printers and Japan printers. So Pokemon cards shouldn't be affected. Depends on where the ETBs are made. Hold on. The thing is, so this is what's happening because this is what's happening with cars. If it's like the engine and the engine could be made here and the car could be assembled here, but if they source parts from other countries, the car's tariffed or those parts are tariffed. So like, no matter what, things are going to go up. So let me see here. I think the cards are printed in the U.S., but let me see here. They usually write it down. Did they not write it down on these to say? There we go. Printed in the U.S., dice and markers made in the U.S., card sleeves made in China. So what will happen is a portion, so Pokemon Company will be tariffed on the sleeves that are going on here. So the prices will change on these slightly. So imagine this like a car, right? It's the same thing. So will this go up 25%? No. 25 to 34% will be charged on the individual pieces that are involved in assembling it. And obviously, flat out, if a car is imported, then that's maximum things. Oh, it's going to be the yeah, no, the thing is, like, yeah, it's not like let's put it this way. It's not like they got rid of the income tax or they got rid of sales tax. This is on top of everything. So, yeah, no, it's just kind of video games are going to go up for sure. Like, even though it's a digital product, it's sourced from a different country. Like now, if it's a U.S. publisher, I believe that should be fine. But unfortunately, all the Japanese and Chinese publishers and everyone across the country, like out of the country, that's going to be where it affects. So even companies like Activision and so forth, they have studios abroad. So we'll see what happens with what's it called here, with games as well too, because you're gonna see it. Like you'll see games like Nintendo bringing $80 to $90. Again, this is like they're preemptively showing you the increased price, so that you don't have sticker shock. Like they're giving you the shock now because even though they want to sell at $60 or $70. They gotta preemptively prepare you for that, because last thing they want to do is deal with a lawsuit because they told you it was going to be X price, and then the day of launch it's this price because of those extra fees. So they're just preparing you for that. So we'll see there, and then you'll see it. Like how could you tell if a AAA title is a U.S. made game? You should see it on the prices. But I have a funny feeling that even the U.S. publishers are going to take this opportunity to just, no, Chelsea and Joel, I think he said it's going to go into effect the 5th. I believe that's like the effective date, which gives everyone a few days to get ready, essentially. My distributors already sent out an email yesterday to be prepared for the news today, and then they're like, and then look out for our follow-up email tomorrow. So as businesses, we'll find out how we're going to be affected in the next few days as well too. So unfortunately, he can't just do it the next day, because that'd be very irresponsible. You need to give everyone time to absorb the shock and all, and then be able to respond. So we shall see what happens with all that, but. I'm going to be personally interested in seeing how the European and Asian markets respond in the morning. I don't think they've opened yet. So actually, hold on. Let me look at the Nikkei index really quick. Sorry. I used to work in investment banking, so I passively still pay attention from time to time. Let me see. Where's the Nikkei? All right. Okay, they haven't opened yet, so I can't see. All right. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. Now, the thing is, you may not. Again, if you don't see anything happen tomorrow, again, these are futures. So, it may take a few days for kind of things to move and stuff. Again, I'm not a financial advisor. Please don't take anything. If you have investments in the stock markets or anything, reach out to your advisors, reach out to your companies to see what they're doing and everything, just to be ready. I still have friends who work at my last company that I worked at, and they said they got flooded today with calls. Like people were trying to move their options over and stuff, and they're just, we'll just see what happens. No, a Bua Thai shop. Nintendo's going to charge $90 for a physical copy of the game. So it's just like, it's going to be, it's even going to be more expensive for video games. My thing is, all I can hope for is that, well, the thing is this too, though. Do you think there's still time for negotiations, or this is a glorified game of chicken? There's always time for negotiations, but at this point, I wouldn't hold my breath. We just got, what's it called here? We gotta deal with the cards as they come. That's essentially what it is here. The thing is, it's not even about, it's going to be local pressure mainly. So the thing is, it really depends on the industry and the companies. So at the end of the day, it's going to be public pressure to really stop it, because again, the people who are affected the most are going to be everyday folk. The companies are going to just trickle down the fees to their end consumers. Now, you got to consider though, all the essential businesses like, you know, the Procter and Gamble's and Kellogg's and stuff like that, they're going to be raking it in because they're food, essential businesses and producers, right? They're going to go up. But things like, let's just like, for example, the auto industry, computer industry and so forth, these are not essential items, but they're like semi-luxury. Like they're going to see a massive hit on their, you know, top line and bottom lines. And so you're going to get pressures from the public, and then you're going to get pressures from the industries that are affected. So again, it's going to be a matter of like, it's going to be a multitude of things. It's not going to just be like one thing after. It's not just one thing or another. It's just going to be, it's going to be a lot of things that unfortunately we can't control. So don't hate you. Wait. What typo did I do? Tom always points out the typos I have. What's going on, brother? It is 2 Fs. You're right. You know what? I'm going to move on from this topic because it's just going to piss me off anyway. Last days at the shop because new baby on the way. There we go. I'm gonna move on from the topic here because it's just so originally I wasn't gonna stream today. 1R. Did I put 2 R's? Okay, it's okay. I changed it. I'm gonna change the topic. I did the math earlier. In 1995, Shaq Fu. Wait. Patrick Hennessy. What? Shaq Fu sold for $65. That's equivalent. No. So Patrick Hennessy. So for those of you who are like looking at the 90s prices, right? Cartridge games were really expensive to make. It wasn't until Sony came out with their CDs that prices dramatically dropped. So keep in mind, the reason why gaming consoles were so expensive back in the day was because it was hella expensive to produce those cartridges. Chip shortages and everything and technology at the time, it was bad. Yes, new baby on the way. My wife is expecting our daughter any day now. Yesterday, I was literally 17 minutes into the stream. Thank you for the alert. I was 17 minutes into the stream, and my wife called me. False alarm, but I ran home like a idiot. Almost hit a deer, but it was just a major Braxton Hicks. So it was just like, ugh. And the thing is, too, her due date is not until the 19th. But the thing is, this is our third child. She is very far along in terms of the baby's development and weight and so forth. And, even to her own words, this has been more intense than my first 2 boys were. So even the doctor's like, probably going to be any day now. And I'm just like, oh God. So I'm taking this day by day. So originally last Friday was going to be my last day at the store, but seeing how she's just going through the Braxton Hicks right now, I was like, okay, I still have stuff I got to do at home, but let me just keep streaming from the store. Because the thing is, as soon as the baby's born, I won't be streaming from the store for at least a few weeks until things at home are settled in. I'll be working off a laptop, so we'll see how that goes. It's not easy balancing all of that and the business and now having to juggle that. That's just, it's just, it's the life of a small business owner. Tom, aren't you happy that your shows aren't until the end of the year? Oh my gosh. What about the cars parts that are made in Mexico assembling? They're gonna be hit. No matter what, if it's brought in from that country, it's gonna be hit with those things. They're gonna be looking at, especially for complex things like vehicles, they're gonna be looking at everywhere the parts were sourced from, and it's gonna be layer of fees. God. Oh, D, I saw it. I saw the reveal, and they should be coming on very soon here. Actually, let me refresh my page. Yeah, he should be going live. Or lady should be going live any minute now. You never got the second. The Sliver. I mean, like, the thing is, I didn't realize how expensive it was because I always rented all my games when I was a kid. So for my Genesis and my Super Nintendo that I inherited from my cousins, I always rented the games from West Coast Videos. The N64 was the worst, I think. I think the N64 games were like $80 for that time money. So $80 in the 90s was a hell of a lot of money for a game. Oh, wait, you just think about it. Nintendo went back to its roots. What's going on, guys? Yeah, actually, if you think about it, Nintendo just went back to its roots. They went back to their N64 pricing. That's the way you gotta look at it, folks. It's back to the N64 pricing days. In retrospect, it's still cheaper. Like, the games are still cheaper than they were in the 90s, like, proportionate to our income. Like, they are. Like, they just are. Like, there's just also a lot more of them. So you're just gonna have to pick and choose exactly what you're gonna want to play. Major respect to you, like. No, and the thing is too, like, let me back it up a little bit more here, guys. Like, at the end of the day, like, my shift to wanting to go to, like, the thing is, my conversation point hasn't changed. Like, there's a reason why I want to go more towards the food and beverage services and improving the overall play space and quality of the store. Because, again, ultimately, when people are going to be strapped for cash or they got less to spend, they still want to spend it. People are still inherently going to want to go out. You might see Twitch streamers start seeing an uptick in their viewership. Netflix, all the streaming platforms are going to see an uptick in stuff because people are going to look for, like, in terms of, like, what's going to give me the most value of entertainment for the less amount of income, less amount of expense. Like, that's what's going to happen. Midnight. Okay, for those of you who are on my Discord, again, that was an April Fool's thing. I would dare not name, like, if you didn't get it, I told everyone what it was. Like, Lloyd was like the first, like, Lloyd and DeLevo were the first people to get it, in terms of what that name meant. The thing is, I told it to you guys before. Those of you who paid attention, I've said it before in terms of the two names I would never name my children or people would disown me. It was that. Now, I'm still worried. Apparently, one person actually made a couple goods based off that name, which is actually hilarious to me. So, like, I'd be more than happy to receive it, but we'll see. Manny Fresh, what's up? Think of the pandemic, people that went in survival mode. Oh my God. Yeah, no, but the thing is, like, ironically though, TikTok, well, potentially is going away in a few days. Because remember, folks, to those of you on TikTok, this was just a 90-day extension. That was it. It wasn't we're just lifting it. So we'll see what happens with all of that. So just in case, for those, a handful of you here on TikTok, remember to follow us on our Twitch, YouTube, and our Instagram page. Now, also, too, guys, for the really quick station identification, we're currently live on Twitch, YouTube, and TikTok. So if I just pointed at your respective screen, I have two cameras operating that way. Sliver. Oh yeah, no. I'm always open to that. No. My afternoons are still available. So, like, I have a meeting in the morning with my attorneys. So we have a meeting weekly about everything, and then I'm available after lunch tomorrow. So after 12 p.m. Eastern time, I'll be available. No, I'm like, the thing is, like, so keep in mind, guys, like, daytime, I'm husband and father. Also, you know, CEO Andrew during the daytime, and evening is content creator and streamer Andrew, and then rinse and repeat. So yeah, it's a 16-hour workday for me every day. Twilight, welcome in, buddy. Sliver, go ahead and send me an email though. So based on the website, it's the Andrew@gamer7.com. Oh, if you got my number, text me. We can just like, if anything, like, text or email me what times work for you Eastern time, and then let's get together. Let's get together and figure it out there. What's up, Ghost Killer? Eating Wendy's to the stream. Whiskey Tango Foxtrot. Why would you? Now I'm hungry. No, if Tomodachi's here, don't send me food. I'm still on a diet. Do not send me food. I didn't eat all day, so I had a Snickers. So I'm good. I'm good. Like that's is going to happen if things came. Oh yeah, that's true. Do you and your wife have a? We do not. No, I have no idea what a doula is. But what the heck's a doula? Hold on. What this sliver? What? Oh, that's fine. I'll approve of that. Wait, why did Night? Oh, there you go, Sliver. I was like, why did Nightbot block that? Would send you a Korean barbecue chicken? Hell yeah. No, Sliver. So for those who don't know, BBQ chicken, Korean fried chicken. It's what I wanted to do. Actually, there was a restaurant that was available for me to take over, and had I had $2 million to renovate it, I would opened up Korean barbecue and Korean fried chicken. Because my area needs some culture. It's all pizzerias and Italian restaurants around here. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but we need some culture over here. Like every time I go anywhere else, like I'm always just like LA and San Jose, you're like, God. Atlanta too. Atlanta, freaking San Antonio, Houston, like culture. There's food options. I'm just like, God. Okay, sorry. Honolulu. Oh yeah, of course. You guys have so much. My God. Hold on a sec. I'm a car passenger seat and it's raining, so I can hear you well. Oh, I appreciate that, evil Playpuss. KBBQ. Oh, you know it. You know it. The Who? Yes, this is live. Andrew, have you not gone to the Korean fried chicken? Oh, Patrick, don't get me started. Do not get me started. I will talk to you privately about that next time I see you. I will talk to you next time I see you. Ask me then about it. I appreciate that. We're located in Phoenixville, Pennsylvania. If you're able to make the trek, I think the furthest person to come visit us was actually 4 years ago, like still during lockdowns. They flew in from Anchorage, Alaska, and to their words, not mine. They were just like, we saw your store. There's nothing to absolutely do in our state, so we came here for the weekend. I'm like, okay. Like, it was just like, I was like, oh, where are you guys from? They're like, Alaska. I'm like, did you move here from Alaska? No, we just flew in last night. I'm like, oh, okay. From Singapore, born in Hawaii. No, okay, Hawaii would be the longest technically. That is true. That is a true statement. Hawaii would be the longest. That is true. I forgot, Whiskey. I forgot. I'm sorry. No, Pat. No. I don't know who is watching. I don't know who's going to clip. So all I'm going to say is, I mean, the food is good. I mean, no, that place's food is good. And I'm going to leave it at that. It is just, I have my own personal preferences. I will talk to you about it personally, in person. I do not have the coolest place. It's far from it. I still have a long way to go with my business. Even though I'm 10 years in, it's still a long way to go. But I'm located in Phoenixville, Pennsylvania. Sorry about all the noise. We currently have One Piece going on, as well as a Beyblade Weekly that has now grown to a lot more people. So it's a loud night right now at the store. It's very loud. Yeah. Oh, by the way, whiskey, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that it's bad. I'm not saying that it's junk. I'm just saying it's not for me. And my thing is this, you come talk to me about it in person, I will tell you why. Like, everyone loves their food. That's fine. Like, it's great. But I'm going to leave it at that. Like, come talk to me in person. And I'll talk to you about it then. I appreciate it, M. Thank you. Oh, it's like M from James Bond. Oh, no, that's Q. No, that's Q. No, was it M? Right? No, it was M, right? The director of the agency. Quick tangent. Oscar, shit, bro, man. What's going on, buddy? Yes, quick tangent, everyone. 007, James Bond. You had Q, and you had M, right? M was the director, right? Am I going crazy? Anyone? Anyone? Never mind. Emiliano, yo, brother, you have like the amount of my friends who are in like Irvine and OC, in Orange County, they're like hounding me to come. And but the thing is, like, I also have to tell you, like, my immediate rebuttal is, yo, that shit is expensive. Like, you know what I mean? It has become even more expensive to open up right now. No, actually, in all seriousness, if you want to hear the answer, we do have a path to opening up in SoCal. We do. Like, especially now, this is the greatest challenge of my life now. Like, in the 10 years of me doing this business, no, it wasn't COVID. No, it wasn't the 10 years. No, it wasn't the failed franchise and trying to pay off $1 million in debt, which we've almost done in the last 2 years. No, none of that. My biggest challenge to me now is, given my limited resources now, I just came out of paying that 2 years of not reinvesting back into the business. Just when we got started in the recovery, we were hit with this economy, this state of affairs, all the tariffs that are about to happen, everything, all the shit that's about to happen right now in this country in the next few years. Given that landscape, that's my trajectory right now. How can I adapt this business to not only survive, but to thrive and grow in this? And if I'm able to accomplish that, now I have the very foundation that I need to then spread across the country again. Because the thing is, I tried franchising. It did not work. Not that my idea didn't work, I just trusted the wrong people. I learned a lot of hard lessons, and trust me, 2 years of humbling and learning from that, we're here now. But the thing is, like, did I want this to happen? Did I think this was going to happen this year? No. Am I happy? Oh God, no. Like, you know what the worst thing is? I just paid off I have 2 more payments left, and I'm actually completely done with all the bad debt. Like, but in January, when my income freed up quite a bit, all of this happened, and I'm like, well, great effing timing. That's the thing. Like, so Emiliana, like, if I really think about it objectively, like, I need to, this is my 10th year of business. Not only do I want to make it to the 10-year mark, but I want to go beyond that. And if I want a proper future for this business, I need to win. Like, I need to make this work in this economy, period. It's not a what are you gonna do? No, I've been doing it. Like, the sad thing is, I kind of saw this coming. Whether or not whoever won, I like, let's not get into that. This was already happening. Like, not this very thing, but that downward trajectory. Remove the bullshit right now. The downward trajectory was already happening. Don't let the craze of Pokemon and stuff, like, blind you guys. The inflation prices and the prices going up since COVID has not stopped. These guys are still charging us more and not paying us more. So from 21 through 22 is when I saw one of the biggest drops I've ever seen. And then that kept continuing in terms of people's discretionary income. They lost their stimulus checks, so 22 was a natural drop. So you would think, okay, 23, 22, 23, they would balance out. No, 23 saw more of a drop in sales in the overall industry as a general. People, not that people weren't spending their money, but they were being much more selective with their purchases because number one, you know, all the prices are up, so they're definitely. What's up, Tim? What's going on, brother? No, people were already spending less. There were so many businesses that suffered double-digit drops from 22 to 23, and yet again from 23 to 24. It wasn't. Take everything aside, the businesses were already screwing everyone over. And so like the writing was on the wall. Like whether or not, like I'm not gonna waste time going back and forth with people about the franchising side. No matter what, the industry was going down. This gave me, like the last 2 years especially, from recovering, the one blessing I can be thankful for, it gave me time to now obviously suffer paying these debts off. Trust me, like that's a whole nother tale. But we got through it, baby. Yeah. But either way, looking at where everything was going, because I saw so many businesses shutting down, so many people trying to liquidate their stuff, like the industry was shifting. People got more selective with what they were buying. Like conventions were still going, but people had less money to spend. So they were a lot more pickier about where they were going to spend it. Flat out. Like every time I see, I'm a part of a vendor group and every show, there's always like, oh, hey, how was this year's show? It was really good for us. And then there's a wave of people like, it was really bad for us. So like, it's always back and forth. What's up?
I'm just going outside and I wanted to know if I gave you a weird look, if you would respond.
Yeah, I would. I did. I sensed a weird look in my peripheral. No, oh yeah, by the way, I'm at the store. Keep in mind, guys, here. No, it was just, and so like during that time, like the writing was on the wall. Like the thing is, am I drastically changing my business? No. I'm doubling down on my model of that diversity. Like people think I'm like, oh, I'm not, it's not that I'm changing, I'm refocusing on it. And I'm hyper focusing on certain aspects of the business that will be minimally affected by the tariffs directly. Everything's going to be indirectly affected. Let me explain that. So goods, like product and goods that are imported are going to be impacted directly. So you buying this product, it's going to be more expensive for you. So that's going to be affected in sales. But then now the services regarding your beverages and drinks and stuff, they are indirectly affected because, again, you're going to have less disposable spending income. So that just means you're going to be a lot more selective on where you're going to purchase your stuff. So overall, like, that's going to be the battle. And no matter what the economic situations are, there's always going to be winners and losers. Unfortunately, that's the nature. It's the nature of business, and so we'll see what happens. The Switch alone is cheaper in Japan, yet higher. Yep, Jacob, it's there because they're preemptively putting the tariff prices on it. Because again, the last thing they want to do is advertise, $350, and then the day you go to pick it up, it's like, it's actually $450. They're gonna be like, what the hell? And Nintendo would have gotten a ton of. They'd rather deal with the negative press right now. Because everything's going to go up. So, like, that's what it is there. I haven't seen you since I was 15, I believe. Hell yeah, brother. I appreciate you coming back in here. We need no, we do not. No, we do not, Homelander, Whiskey Tango. We do not need such a thing. Bevinox, I love you, brother. But we are by means nowhere near a position to start thinking like that. Do I want to? Of course. But we're nowhere near in the realm of possibility of being able to do that right now. By the way, can you guys hear the Beyblades being ripped? Like, do you guys hear it? I don't know if the mic on this side's picking it up. It's happening over the gondolas over here. So, the thing is, though, Jacob, there's going to be this. It gives you the... The thing is, so unfortunately, you'd be like, oh, well, then the American games should be cheaper. No, unfortunately, companies and shareholders are greedy. They're going to see Nintendo's prices, and it's going to give them the green light to now increase new games from $60 to $70 to now $80 to $90. Oh, no, wait. They might charge $90 to $100 for a game now because next-gen graphics. The Switch 2 isn't next-gen. For digital copies of a game. Right now, it's a Beyblade meetup. So it's a Beyblade meetup. It's been growing like weekly. This is I think our 4th or 5th one now. It's been great. I love it. And we're trying to build it up to the point where Beyblade themselves might be able to come in or give me stuff to host actual tournaments here. So like, I'm brewing. I'm trying to brew something here. Oh yeah, games are going to pick what you exactly, Chelsea. That couldn't be a truer statement right there. They're gonna be, like I'll put it this way: if these things are still around by like 26, I'm gonna tell you right now, I will not buy a single game until Final Fantasy VII Part 3. I'm gonna buy that collector's thing, and if I can only pick one game to buy, that will be it. Pick your poison, ladies and gentlemen. Like you're gonna be like. I'll put it this way. Actually, everyone, can we take a step back? Knowing that the game prices are gonna go up, right? People are gonna be more select. That's gonna be said. People are going to then be more selective on the game titles they buy. They're not going to be willy-nilly just dropping $5, $10, $20, $30, $40, $50, $60 on any game because they're not really going to have that much money to do that with now, right? So what that means, this may actually force these companies to make quality games again. Actually give a storyline, replayability, non-aggressive, non-microtransaction. Oh my God, no more pay-to-win mechanics. Who knows? We might actually we might actually start seeing some effort. That's wishful thinking, right? That's wishful thinking, right? No, it's good. Like the thing is, for me, like I don't know how it's gonna affect any of you guys, but like for me, like I don't really play games much as it is. But again, if I am gonna pick one game to play in the next few years, that's gonna be Final Fantasy VII Part 3, and I'll replay all 3 if I have to. Oh my God! Oh, Benjamin, don't get me started. Oh God, the fall of Ubisoft. Oh my God! Oh, don't get me started. I still say to this day, in my opinion, about halfway through the 360's console life cycle was probably the best, like the top of the gaming industry at the time in terms of like wonder and excitement and actual like game qualities and stuff. And I feel like ever since then, not to say that no good games have come out, but it's a different gaming industry. And my son loves your, thanks for making, oh, Roscoe, I appreciate that, man. Thank you. I'm always selective about the games I buy. I'm pretty tempted in buying Bleach Rebirth of Souls, but I'm just watching the gameplay of it if it's worth for me. I'll put it this way. I already watched the anime. I don't need to, like, again, as much as I would love to play Bleach and the Naruto and Dragon Ball Kakarot, I already know the stories. I have very little time to play games anyway. Show me something new. Like, you know, for Final Fantasy, they're like, okay, we'll just change the entire goddamn storyline. Okay, now you have my interest. You now have my attention, Square Enix. The good old, oh my God, Chelsea, yes, the good old days of, for me, it was Halo 2 and ODST. I played the crap out of those. Halo 3. And then Gears of War. I played a lot of SOCOM on the PS2. I played a lot of Gears of War as well. as well as too. I'm not sure if any of you guys are old enough for this. Chelsea, you might be. You might. I'm not sure if we're in the same generation, but I'm kind of thinking we are. Anyone remember Ragnarok Online or Gaia Online? Oh, we were. I'm 36, so we're right there. We grew up around the same era. Yes, right. RO or Gaia Online. I played both because I just played both, and then it started off with MapleStory. Oh, who remembers MapleStory, right? It started off with MapleStory, and then everyone moved like the Koreans, okay, like the Korean Americans, the first gens to second gens. We went from Counter-Strike to StarCraft, Counter-Strike to MapleStory to Gaia to Ragnarok Online, and then we all went to college. That was the Chronicles of the Korean Church of all the games that we played with the other youth groups. Oh my gosh. That's so that takes me back. Twilight Chicken. It's okay. Hey. When I was playing in high school, you might have been playing in elementary school. There's nothing wrong with that. It may have still been around afterwards. I don't know. God. They don't make them like that anymore. You get what I mean? Like, they just don't. Yeah, like Zekio, like, right? Like, there was never like a proper sequel, like a proper follow-up. Like, I'll put it this way too. Even one game that I really liked when I was studying abroad in Korea was Dungeon Fighter. I don't know if any of you guys know that game. Like, Dungeon Fighter was really big back in like 2006. And my younger cousins in Korea are the ones that showed it to me. I loved it. Oh my goodness. I'm glad it wasn't in America because I would have spent way too much time on that game. But unfortunately, I just don't have time these days to play titles like that. So I'm always being very careful of what I do with my time. Again, like balancing right now, especially these days, I have zero chances to play games. Like I played my one. Actually, I picked up a second mobile game that I might be playing in the hospital when my wife gives birth. But I've been playing one mobile game for the last like 3 years. I'm a world ranked player, baby. Let's go. But let's like I play that like in between times and stuff. But with my wife being in the late stages of her pregnancy, I've been doing all the errands. I got to take the kids to school, pick them up from school, running all my meetings, all the business side of things, and then the occasional shifts in the store, and then the evenings I got to continue to stream and content creation. It's literally like it's like a slinky dog. It's a wonderful balancing act that I haven't been able to balance yet, but I'm doing my best. With respect to Final Fantasy, and what's up, M Fox? What's the rest of that statement? With respect to Final Fantasy, Andrew, Final Fantasy VII is life. M Fox, you be correct. You be correct in that statement. RuneScape is still around, and MS DOS had man. Wait a second, hold on. But wait, backtrack. Wait, RuneScape is still around? No way. Hold on. Lies. Blasphemous lies. No. Is it really? Hold on. Let me log into our account here. Oh. Hold on, chat. Oh my gosh. You have to be absolutely kidding me. Oh my gosh. I swear these people. Okay, hold on. I finally just got an. So you guys know I've been dealing with the a Shopify issue. I finally just got confirmation back. Oh my gosh, this is so dumb. This is so dumb. So dumb. So dumb. So I already sent a response in. They completely ignored that response and like, oh, we haven't heard from you, so we stopped everything. I'm like, no, I sent it in already. You fucking ignored it. Like, are you kidding me with this bullshit right now? So for those of you that don't know, Shopify has held all of our payments for last week with no prior notification or anything. I sent them an email. I called in multiple times. And I sent this exact freaking form in. And they're telling me right now, oh, we didn't hear from you. Of course. So hold on, chat. I like the thing is I need to get this in pronto because obviously we need we need our restocks. Sorry, bear with me, guys. Sorry, guys. Just give me a... All right, sorry about this, guys. I just gotta... This is so dumb. Sorry, I just gotta take care of this really quick. I am so sorry, guys. This is infuriating. Oh, avocado toast. I appreciate that. Thank you. Oh my God, really? 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 Oh my gosh. Really? Oh my God. Oh my gosh. I appreciate that. Thank you guys. Thank you very much for that. Oh my gosh. All right, this is a lot. Oh my gosh, this is. I fucking hate it. Oh my gosh. Okay. Jeez. And then. And then. It's just so freaking dumb. Reseller documentation is needed. God damn it. This is just fucking stupid. They were already on hold. go support Lloyd, guys. Most of you guys are already over there anyway. Yeah, most of you guys are over there anyway. I'll see you guys later. Fuck. God, I should just fucking stop.